is Larry Mitchell, and I'm here at nextlevelguitar.com. And I've been giving some guitar lessons lately, and a thing that's come up repeatedly is building a solo. Questions about how I go about building a solo. And the best thing I can think of is to give you some ideas to think about and practice. Because ultimately, when you're soloing, you want it to flow naturally. So I think if there's a couple of things that I can help you with, or you can come up with on your own, that help you get in that vibe of and practice certain techniques, that later on when you get to do a solo on a recording, or if you're playing live, they start to feel natural to you. So you're not working on preconceived ideas, but it's probably good to start with some preconceived ideas, concepts. And so one of the things we're doing, I played in the opening track, was a song from my latest record, Rhythm of Life. The song is called Align. And it's got a little funky vibe to it. So that's the vibe over it. That's the bass is doing that, and pretty groovy drum beat kind of thing. Pretty simple. One chord, basically, kind of thinking over the A minor. I tend to take things out a little bit, so don't hold me on holding on to the A minor, but it works for me. Your mileage may vary. So one of the things I start out with is, and the concept is to start simple and start low. This is just, there's so many different ways to do it, so many different concepts. So I start here on the root, on A. And I'm using some little, I'm giving myself some space. And I can tell you that when I'm more warmed up, there's more space. For some reason, when I'm not so warmed up, I clog up the space. But that's another good thing to think about, especially in the beginning, to establish a melody. Whether you play a bit of the vocal melody, or if there's a lead melody that's going on, it's a good way to start. And then I give a little hint at what's about to come. So I did the notes, melody, and then a little bit of hint, and then back to the melody. I did the melody twice, probably to make it feel more like it's a part. So I'm starting the solo and hinting at a melody, hinting at a part, and then throwing a little bit of flair, a little flavor, a little something. Second time around, I add a little bit more, so it feels like that there's more happening. That it's always not just a melody, there's like a solo happening. So now I want to transfer the energy up a little bit. I want to get a little bit in the higher range, so it really starts to feel like a solo. So I might do a climb, and again, these are not necessarily saying you should do every solo this way. Every situation is different, every song, but these are little things that you can work on building concepts, and they become part of your mind frame for your set for soloing, and you'll find things that work better for you. But these help me just not noodle away in one spot the whole time. So I might start building. And keeping this simple concept, I'm building up to a high A, which is where I started. Most of the songs when I play live from my past records and current record, I leave little spots. So there might be phrases or part of the solo where I know that I'm going to do it the same as the record, or something I've established over playing. There's some of my songs I've been playing for 20 years that I have little phrases that I really like, and they help center me. And I have spots where I know that they're going to be improvised. But those are sometimes safe haven spots where when I come back to what's pre-planned or from the record, or stuff I've done that I really enjoy, that I know work. They help me get centered. And the other spots are just left open for me to linger out there and hopefully not fall flat, but you can't be scared to fall flat. You just got to go out there and do it. So again, the concept here is just to get to a certain spot. And for me, it's about transferring energy. So I'm here and I want to get this energy. Just It's brighter, it's higher, it lets you feel it makes me feel like I'm soloing. It lets the listener feel like, all right, that's a solo. Another concept to think about is actually doubling the melody, playing the melody again up high that you started with on the solo. Again, these are just concepts to get you your mind frame thinking that way when you're solo. So if I start with it's the halfway point. So I want to build the energy a little bit more. So I start to introduce a little bit more urgency. So the notes come a little bit faster together. Not necessarily playing a fast lick, but the phrases, I should say, come a little faster. So you can do that by if you listen to some singers that improvise really well. A lot of times they'll whether it be R&B singers or good rock singers, especially the old rock, Janis Joplin. You get on that one phrase and the energy, you repeat it over and over until the energy just makes you want, everybody wants to sing along with it. So that's what I'm thinking here. There's so many ways to do a solo, but whatever you like, if one of the things you could do is sit down and take recordings from your favorite solos. And you don't have to learn the solo, but check out the concepts, how they start, what happens in the middle, how it builds, and what's the emotion that it leaves you with. Is actually, if you've been playing for a while, that's actually more important, I think, than learning that solo note for note. It can't hurt to learn solo note for note, but I don't want you to get obsessed with that concept. The concept is figuring out why you like that solo. What is it about it? And again, if the solo's not in a really good song, then most people aren't even going to listen to it. So you want a solo in a really good song. So here's one. I'm going to play the solo section to a line, and I'm going to try one concept, what we've been talking about. Okay, now I'm going to try a different concept. I'll start high and I'll build low and then come back high. Try it. Nothing worked out, but we'll go for it. Always have fun, because that's why we play guitar. It's can't forget that. Don't get frustrated. Stuff doesn't happen overnight. If it does for you, that's great. I haven't met anybody where it happens for overnight. And most of the time it's a lot of work, but the cool thing is that you work on concepts, ideas, you practice, and then you get on stage with your friends or band, or even trying stuff at home, and that there's a moment where it happens and what you've been working for comes out, and you start to play and you're not thinking about it, but the concept works back. The technique, all the little things you've been working on, the pinch harmonics, the bending, scales, riffs, concepts, your favorite play that you want it to sound like, or different riffs you've been working on, all that stuff starts to flow out and without you thinking about it. And that comes from hard work of trying things and practicing getting it to work sometimes and not work other times. But just keep having fun with it.